Hello everyone and welcome on in. Today we'll be doing a showcase on a product that I have purchased myself. This here is the CineTreak CT-4. This is a 4-channel HDMI capture device that utilizes a USB 3.2 cable to connect to your device. It also has a 100 watt USB-C power delivery pass-through charging as well. Right, let's start unboxing this. So this is what we have received in the package. We have the CineTreak or CineTreak CT-4 video capture device. We have 4 HDMI inputs, 1 through to 4. On the back, we have 4 HDMI outputs. So this also has the ability to have pass-through HDMI. There is also a 1/4-20 thread on this device as well, so you can mount it. On this side, we have a audio line in and a USB-C 5V out. On the other side, we have a dedicated USB-C 4-to-4 power. This is rated for 100 watts of input USB-C power delivery power. And on this side is the USB-C host to which we connect to our device. This entire thing is made from metal, and the design of the top section is reminiscent of a heat sink. So now I will connect up my 4 HDMI cameras into this device and then connect this into my laptop that I have sitting here running OBS. All right, I'm now going to connect the included USB-C cable from the unit itself into the laptop without providing any power first. I want to see if this device is detected via the laptop as is without any external power being added into the device. The USB is rated for USB-C 3.2, so make sure your device is capable of accepting that. Okay, now we connect the USB-C cable into the laptop. And now I have OBS opened already. Let's now see if the laptop detects this particular device. So we go into the plus sign, we go into video capture device. Let's call it input 1. Okay. All right, so it does detect it as VIN 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's select 1. Let's now scroll down to see what resolutions we are able to get. Custom, and then I primarily utilize a 1080p canvas, so I will stick with that. Now, according to this particular unit can accept frame rates of up to 240 FPS. I'm just going to stick with 30, because that's what I normally would use. Video format, we have XRGB, we have NV12, we have YUY2, and we also have MJPEG. I'm just going to stick with MJPEG as that is the most compatible codec currently. Color space, Rec 709, color range, full, and we scroll down, use custom audio device, and we will select it as input VN1 because it is the input 1 that we are using. I have one camera powered on, and I'll plug that into HDMI input 1. And we have it shown up in the OBS as a detected source. All right, let's now continue on and create new ones. So we have created scenes for the 4 different cameras. I will now power on and connect all 4 different cameras. I've connected all the HDMI based cameras that I have, and we have input 1, input 2, input 3, input 4. We have one USB-C output from the CineTreak CT-4 capture device plugged into the laptop, and the laptop is running OBS. So let's now go through the scenes. So here is camera 1, which is this camera here. This is the Sony ZV-1 connected via HDMI into input 1. This is input 2, which is over here. This is another Sony ZV-1. This is input 3. This is a Sony action camera. This is the Sony X3000. Let's now switch over to camera 4. And this is camera 4. This is the Sony X3000, another action camera connected via HDMI into input number 4. Another thing I want to test is whether or not I'm able to superimpose all 4 camera angles onto the one scene. So let's do that within OBS. Okay, so I'll create a new scene and I'll call this 4-in-1. In this scene, I will now bring in the previous 4 scenes that I have created. Cam 1, Cam 2, Cam 3, and Cam 4. Now I will bring everything down. Cam 2, 1022, Cam 3, and camera 4. So this is a very crude configuration. So as you can see on the OBS screen, we have all 4 camera angles being shown at the same time and displayed on the one scene within OBS. And we have all 4 active audio channels as well. However, that's not being piped through into the current recording today. So this is a full screen of the OBS preview window, showcasing all 4 camera angles of the HDMI connected cameras into the CineTreak CT-4 capture device. So as you can see, all 4 camera angles are connected and active, and all are relatively all in sync. So there is some benefits of utilizing a capture device such as this, Alright, so this is the CineTreak CT-4 4-channel HDMI capture device. So what is unique about this is you have the ability to bring in 4 HDMI inputs over a single USB 3.2 cable. So that would neglect the need to having to purchase, say, 4 separate Camlink USB HDMI capture devices as well. So the limitations of some PCs and laptops is that you can only connect a certain number of Camlinks or other USB capture devices. And that is due to some limitations based on the USB host controllers. Now here we have the CineTreak CT-4, and here we have the Blackmagic ATEM Mini. So the ATEM Mini is a physical video switcher with buttons to switch between cameras. Now what is different between these 2 devices is that the CineTreak CT-4 has the ability to input and ingest all 4 camera angles and display them all at the same time on the single scene. Whereas the Blackmagic ATEM Mini has the ability to only output a single HDMI program out, with the added benefit of using a picture-in-picture. So the maximum amount of videos that you can display through the Blackmagic ATEM Mini, the Mini Pro and the Mini ISO is 2, and that is with using the picture-in-picture function. Even though this particular piece of equipment doesn't have any physical buttons, the purpose of this unit is to have greater customization within your OBS or any other program that you use for ingesting HDMI video. I don't actually have a laptop or device that utilizes pass-through power, specifically up to 100 watts. The laptop I'm using is an MSI Katana. It still utilizes a DC power port. So the USB-C 3.2 port that I'm using is just for data only, I believe. Now, according to the specs, this unit is able to also accept 4K. However, in some previous review videos that I've seen, the 4K input does create a bit of latency. So that really depends on how you want to operate your workflow as well. This particular product is quite beneficial for those who want to bring in multiple cameras into their small setups without the need of purchasing multiple different capture devices. This is the CineTreak CT-4 full HDMI capture device being connected via a single USB cable into the laptop, provided that that port is USB-C 3.2 compatible. We also have 4 HDMI cameras connected into it as well, without the need of an external power source. So this I purchased. I'm not sponsored. This was not donated to me. This was not sent in for review. I purchased this bloody thing, and I think it is a fantastic use for those who want to have a more simpler and streamlined setup with more customization of your video sources. And as you have seen earlier in the video, I was able to add in all 4 camera angles on the one scene. So again, for the price range and for the features it can deliver, not to mention, it also has HDMI output pass-through. So you can use this for your gaming setup as well. You can plug in your Xbox or PlayStation or any other HDMI game device into an input port of number 1, and then have a direct output loop out to then display onto a separate monitor. So you can utilize this for gameplay without having to buy an extra piece of kit in order to split your HDMI out into 2 separate sources. So I bought my unit from Amazon Australia. It was priced at $280. That comes to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.